Hey, welcome to the channel. All right, I've recently taken Galan to rank 4. I'm going to be showing you questing because it's not just battlegrounds. There is definitely going to be battlegrounds. I'm going to show you some of the biggest, baddest defenders, ones that like blew my mind that he can actually take. But I want you to see he's great in questing too if you're not interested in battlegrounds, or maybe it's just not like the thing you care about the most. You're still going to get a lot out of him. This is Act 9.1. This is a node that's asking you to basically play Mixmaster, or Rocket is going to go unblockable. And he is so incredibly flexible. Right? You can see I'm doing light, medium, medium, light, medium, just trying not to let Rocket get that unblockable because that would be really, really bad. And I'm just starting off with this, and trust me, it is about to end. We're going to land our heavy here in just a second. I promised I will eventually do it. There we go, which was way overkill. I could have triggered the harvest much earlier and ended this, but this is an example of what you can do. That fight is already over. Rocket could have had significantly more health, and the fight just would have been done. I wanted you to see this, and we will look at some questing later in this video too. Now let's jump into the battlegrounds. This first 3 fights is going to be the Safeguard and Buffet meta. Remember, Galan is actually immune to Nullify. That is incredibly rare. It's something that when you see, it's like White Tiger with the Nullify immunity and Mystic. When you see that, there's already something very interesting going on. And then when you pair it with all of this, and then this is Safeguard, where I think they have finally updated the description, but it's basically like only 1% of damage can be done while being hit or something like that. Essentially, you need to have damage over time, or these sorts of like massive explosions, which Galan is going to get. And I mean, it's gonna be in the thumbnail and the title. Like, I think I'm a good player. I think, you know, in the big scheme of things, I am probably a much better than average player, given how much I do play. I'm not the best player in the world, and I'm very comfortable with that. But Galan allows a player like me to get amazing results. Like, look at this. Even the heal and the unstoppable has been incredibly helpful. We're going to throw our SP2, and you're going to see me do this a lot in this video. One, I think it is a nice rotation. Shout out to Jaeger and Relos on my Discord server. And it may have been TC and Pablito as well. A lot of people are talking about it. But look at what, in this one, what this did to Jean's shield. It completely erased her shield for me. I still have to pay attention to the reverse controls. We're going into our SP1. We're gonna land our heavy, trigger the harvest, and this is going to be way overkill. Way overkill. It's 181,000, way overkill. Rank 4 Jean in a meta where you're supposed to be doing like 1% damage at a time. There's a Nullify with a massive heal. And he just gets that around it for you. Now, this is one that just like blew my mind that this actually works. My understanding though is that Kabam is well aware of it, and I don't know if they've explicitly said it is okay, but that they do not intend to change it. And it's been this way for a while. They're very well aware of it, okay? If they ever try to change it, we'll point that out, because Thanos has all these protection stats. Well, here we go. We're going to be going in. This is going to be an 48,000.5. Remember, Galan is a relatively recent rank 4 for me, so there's a chance you can even speed this up. This meta is, it's not helping him out, okay? It is not helping Galan out. His basic attacks don't tend to do too much damage, but they do some damage. Here we go. We're going to go in and trigger the harvest. When you trigger the harvest and you throw the SP2 while in the harvest, it enhances the incinerate significantly. With the final 3 hits of each, inflict 1 incinerate debuff, dealing a certain amount of damage. While the harvest is active, instead inflict 3 incinerates per hit. So that's why we're doing so much more. I really do like this. It is relatively easy to get to enough of your planetary mass, the purple in the upper left-hand corner, to get to 100, which is what you need to trigger the harvest. It is relatively easy to get to that in time to throw the special one. You can see, again, this is going to be way overkill. And again, right here, his unstoppable and his heal when he goes into harvest completely saves me. I sent Deathless Thanos, or Dark, whatever, that Thanos into his unstoppable, but we were saved by what happens when you trigger the harvest. There's a heal, and then of course that SP1 is unblockable, so you can send the defender red and know that you will be able to throw your special. It's unblockable. Even with the Silk Lock fix that doesn't actually work, the incompetence of Kabam, Galan is a champion that can help you get over, supersede, be better than the incompetence of Kabam, which is really hard to do, but it's great. I love it. Now we're going in. This is a ranked 3 Sentinel. This is gonna be a 50,000 score, and what I'll ask you though is, Do you think this would look any different if this was a rank 4 Sentinel? Let's watch this and you see we're going to continue to go to our SP2. I will trigger the harvest. Okay, I think you're getting used to that idea. We just talked about how you're going to get more incinerates. It's more damage. It's going to be ticking them down even more, utilizing the unstoppable, right? That can help you with like intercepts. Any other champion that's got unstoppable. Also remember, when you trigger the harvest, you don't gain power anymore, so I don't need to be worried about getting into my special 3. Although I will show you the special 3. I think the upcoming battlegrounds change in scoring and timing with the special 3 skip is going to be really helpful. And look at this. All we would have had to do was throw our special 1, doing over hundreds of thousands of damage. And if that was a rank 4 Sentinel, he would have died too. That's what I'm saying. Would that have looked any different? No. The answer is no. The next 3 fights will now be the rich get richer footloose meta. This does, depends on how you look at it. It was obviously very good for Galan. It's nice for 2 reasons. One is he gains a lot of buffs, so he's going to be getting more power. This was right after I had ranked 4'd him, so I wasn't great at controlling all the power and really optimizing it. The other reason why it's really nice is because it's rich get richer, which means the defender is not gaining all of that power from their buffs. Photon being just what she does, ridiculous, absurd damage into the block. The whole footloose meta where she went unstoppable and got the evade means this is actually taking a little bit longer. Now here's the SP3, and I'm going to actually pause this because I want to tell you what it does. Galan's immediately going to gain 200 planetary mass. Remember, that's the big damage coming from the harvest. So you want to be gaining the mass. This is why this is actually nice. And against champions with Mystic Dispersion, you can sometimes actually still use Galan, okay? Because you're not causing your buffs to end, basically. And then if activated while the harvest is already active, which is obviously not in this case, you're going to refresh the duration of the currently active harvest, giving you more time and enable Galan to gain power again so you can get to your SP1. This was obviously very well thought through. So we've been pushed to our special 3. I don't think the special 3 is necessarily bad because, again, remember, it's going to trigger, excuse me, and it's going to trigger the harvest. Sorry, Nova, my dog was barking. I wanted to check, make sure everything was okay. So we've triggered the harvest, which is great for us. We're unstoppable. We are healing, which is fantastic. And then 293,000 damage against Photon. All of her nonsense, we were able to completely bypass it. Her stupid damage into blocks still happened, but we did get healing going, and the special 3 did not hurt us. And remember, now with the time change, and I just put out the video on the champions are going to get massively benefited by the time change, the score change in Battlegrounds. If we could just hit the skip special 3 button, that is well over the 50,000 that we scored. So that is fantastic. Now we're going in against another champion. This is someone you see a lot, Dust, who I do think will also receive a nice benefit from the special 3 change. But here we are. We're going to be going in. Remember, when you land incinerates against Dust, it like removes her sand debuff off of you. So I am just kind of throwing my specials here because this is the rich get richer meta. And I've learned, I'm like, hey, this is a lot of power. This is obviously a little bit later in my time with Galan here. I can tell by the way I'm playing it. I'm going to let her throw her special 2. We'll have to wait out the unblockable and the the unstoppable and the evade. We're going to be going in. Now I want to get off the special 2. We're going to throw it. I'm not in harvest, but so we don't get as many incinerates. It's not doing as much damage. It's not that important, but it does remove her sand debuff from us. We're now going to land our special 1. I should go in and try to trigger the harvest as soon as I possibly can with the parry stun. There we are. Now we're going to use the unstoppable as like a counter punch charge, get our openings when we've got plenty of our mass. When you, excuse me, when you throw the special 1, it converts some of those buffs into mass, which is why the mass number grew significantly. And then we finish her off with a 312,000 damage that gets through things like Safeguard. I think you're starting to see why I'm saying like you can be a good player and get amazing results with this champion. Is he as broken and OP as like Deathless Thanos and Serpent? No, he's not. Is he as broken in certain fights as Cold Obsidian is? No, right? This isn't 52,000, 54,000, those sorts of things. But he does come with that nullifying immunity, the immunity to a lot of those power manipulations that you're often finding, right? He can do fights that Cold Obsidian can't, and he's not a bad defender too. And he's an absolute blast to play. So now we're going in. This is against a R3 Penny Parker. Again, you tell me if you think this looks any different if he was a rank 4. Now, this is the one fight so far where having him awaken is incredibly beneficial. Mine, I believe, is only Sig 20, which is fine the way his signature ability scales. While this harvest is active, Galan becomes stun immune and deals a burst of direct damage whenever he gains a planetary mass, which is from his lights and his mediums, right? And then whenever Galan prevents a power drain, power burn, special lock, or power lock, which is all of his immunities from a non-mystic champion via immunity, he's going to gain his physical resistance and his energy resistance, which helps with the SP1 and turning that into the massive damage. So that is where the fight against Penny is helpful, or if any of those immunities are into play, you can have him awakened. But does he need to be awakened for the vast majority of what you've seen? Absolutely not. No, it's true. It's true. All right, so now we're going to finish this off with a couple of questing fights. Again, just showing you he's good in questing as well, too. And he doesn't need the armor ups, which is another place where he pops off. Like, I didn't even show you Red Skull or anything like that. He pops off against these armor ups as well. So here we are. This is 9.1. For those of you familiar with my channel, thank you. Welcome back. For those of you who are not, subscribe. You're going to like it here. You're going to learn a lot, have some fun. And also, this is a fight I test a lot because this Old Man Logan will be getting protection stacks, and then we have to interrupt his heavy. This is a nice like flow test. When you've seen my general tier list, we talk about the flow of a champion, meaning like how much does the AI or a defender or a node set able to throw them off from what they're trying to do. It is very difficult to throw Galan off of what he's trying to do. It's part of why he's so great. And then of course, the ability to just end a fight with an unblockable, meaning if there's power gain or you don't have to bait out extra specials. You see multiple times. How many of you times have you seen me in these fights where the defender is actually at 3 bars of power? I'm sending them to 3 bars of power. Is there a particular relic that's best for him? No, there's not. As you can see, I'm running one of the new stat casts. It's really nice because I think I have got like a block proficiency and probably some sort of resistance, because this is a champion that is using the unstoppable as a counterpunch at times. He is often parrying, although I'm very intentionally showing you a fight here where he can't parry. There is a rich get richer meta to this node on this, so I'm not going to try to hide the ball and tell you that like you don't ever need to parry. No, but it is possible to play him in fights where for some reason the defender is stun immune or something like that. Remember, it's your first light, your first medium, and your second medium, and then your first light that are getting you those buffs that you turn into your planetary mass. So again, we showed it early in this video. The flow is really good. You don't have to parry medium over and over. I'm showing a fight, which again, yes, it does have Rich Get Ritter. We don't hide the ball. I want to be helpful to you in this game because there's enough tricks from Kabam. So let's make sure we take advantage when we get something that can really help us. And Galan is definitely a champion that can really help you. Yeah, that's it for it. This fight's almost over, as you know, because it ends very quickly with him. He's great in battlegrounds. He's a great dual threat. He can be a good defender if they don't have the ability to knock him down a lot, because he goes into his harvest on defense, meaning unescapable damage. But if they can knock him down enough, and there's enough champions that can end that now, so he's not like a dominant defender like he once was when he was a 6-star. But again, you don't need to have him for battleground. You can use him in questing too, and he's got a lot of relevant utility, and he's not one of these champions where you got to read a car manual to read his kit. As usual, let me know what we think I got right. Let me know what we think I got wrong. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.